everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Packers going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Marshall now, the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And his first look is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up second down. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
One thing about talent, it travels in the NFL, and Martellus Bennett, no matter where he plays, no matter what uniform he puts on, he plays at a Pro Bowl level. Strong, fast, smart, able to get down the middle of the field and also work on the perimeter to make big catches and provide an excellent target for his quarterback.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Now Manning. Here's Booker on the catch. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Manning. And finding Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A first down carry here for Charles. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And a look at the numbers for Jamal Charles last week. 17 carries, 91 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Shotgun now for Manning. He finds Humphreys. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he's got this one down to the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Six yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Charles, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 6th season out of Stanford. Here's Andrew Luck.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 1st and 10, Luck. And he fires one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They run it here. Where? Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterback, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the play clock's running down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a handoff. This is Charles. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Play action. Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. On the run, it's Ware. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing his luck. And that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here's Tressway now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now Manning. He gets it to Humphries. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Working from the gun, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Locke. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On the ground, this is Ware. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Bryant with a catch right side. Breaks through the contact. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a pickup of 7. And that's going to make it fourth down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To throw is Manning. It's caught. Humphreys. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From midfield, here's Manning. It's complete to the tight end, Bennett. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, Jamal Charles. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Into the red zone now, Manning. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Brandon Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run now with Ware. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive lineman won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now Luck. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll make it second and short. Luck throwing again. He'll leave this for Ware. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw. Lock over the middle, complete. It's Howard. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, Luck. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. Throwing again is Luck. And that is incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. And Lutz puts this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Manning. Man open left side is Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Manning now on first down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Manning to throw once more. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, Locke. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll send you down to Orlando where so no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And now running right through it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They run again with Ware. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right there around the 35-yard line.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. And the Ravens have added to their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He gets it to Humphreys. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
23 yards on the play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Now Manning. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 14. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a handoff left. Jamal Charles. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Manning. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Throwing now is Manning. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And now it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Charles with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Play clock winding down. Luck now to throw. Room here to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Luck. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Time running out here on the play clock. To throw is Luck. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now it's Luck. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Third and 2, Luck. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Charles. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big time.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Charles again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Manning now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. He got 29 yards that time. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking from the gun, Manning out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Space to maneuver at the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, Luck. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On first down, it's locked. They'll leave this for Ware. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The play clock's running down. Here's Locke. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Again, Locke. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Booker on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. 2nd down following the run. Here's a give. Left side. It's Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Charles. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On third down, Booker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And the Titans have just scored, so they add on to their lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. He's back to throw. Dumps that off to Ware. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got Watkins on the out route. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit, to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It's a pickup of 3 that time, and it's good enough for a Detroit first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Luck. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for him. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Green Bay, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Lions, this loss will mean they finish the season right at .500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.